Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another of the lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the daily office lectionary. And today is Friday. Let's take a look at the lesson that's assigned for evening prayer, the first lesson from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, beginning at the first verse. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. And if a tree fall towards the south or towards the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the cloud shall not reap. As thou knowest not what is the way of the Spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of God, who maketh all. In the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thine hand, for thou knowest not whether thou shalt prosper, either this or that, or whether they both shall be alike good. Truly, the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. But if a man live many years, and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. But know thou that for all these things God will bring thee into judgment. Therefore, remove sorrow from your heart, and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity. Wow, well, that's not easy. That's quite hard. But yet, I'm at the point now, at the age of 59, and God willing, in the next 6 months, I'll turn 60, that I find myself realizing the folly of youth. That as I'm much closer to the end of my life, I'm much closer to my earthly death than I am my birth. I find myself thinking of the things of my youth were vanity, right? There were great things that were done, great things that God allowed me to do. There were also plenty of things I did in rebellion. And I realized that in fact, much of that was just vanity. And I'm grateful that God has allowed for me to hold on to and to continue to have things that are good and godly. My wife, my family, my vocation here in the church, my sobriety, being able to be here at St. John's Church. These are the things that are good and glorious, and yet in 100 years it'll be all new people. So anyway, it's a little food for thought. I hate to be so moribund on a Friday, but there it is. As he says, put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity. So there it is. Today's Friday. We don't have public worship here today at St. John's Church, but of course we're saying our prayers. We should always be saying our prayers, and make sure that you do so. I know that I've prayed for you this morning. Pray for all those who are watching these morning meditations, and I hope that you will pray for me and for this parish. And may God grant us all a Friday that is full of blessings.